Hey guys, this is Ray with PhoneArena doing a video preview of the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. The Samsung Galaxy Nexus is the third Nexus branded device. The thing about these Nexus smartphones is that they usually come with the new major iteration of the Android operating system, and they are also produced in a tight partnership between Google and the major phone manufacturer, in this case Samsung. The most interesting aspect of the Samsung Galaxy Nexus is the fact that it comes with Ice Cream Sandwich, which is a major release for the Android platform. The thing about Ice Cream Sandwich is that it finally unifies the Android experience throughout phones and tablets. Ice Cream Sandwich is built on top of Honeycomb, so there's really a lot of new stuff for Android phone users with Ice Cream Sandwich. A standout feature of the Samsung Galaxy Nexus is its 4.65-inch display. Not only is it really big, but it also features an incredible resolution of 720 by 1280 pixels, which makes this one an HD screen. This really high resolution allows for even the smallest of details and even very fine and small text to be easily readable on this display, which automatically makes web browsing a very comfortable experience, even from a zoomed out view. Naturally, other characteristic features of the Super AMOLED screens remain here, like for example the immense contrast levels and very lively and saturated colors. As you can see below the display, we no longer find capacitive touch keys. This is because Ice Cream Sandwich allows for those navigational Android buttons to be part of the interface itself, just like in Honeycomb. So what happens with handsets which have previously run Gingerbread, for example, and they do have those capacitive touch screens? Well, we guess that those handsets will either end up having two sets of navigational keys, or these on-screen ones won't be visible, but we're not sure right now. The bottom side of the device features a standard micro USB port as well as a 3.5mm headset jack. On the left we find a volume rocker. On the right side we have a power and lock key, as well as this 3-dot dock connector. The back side of the device features a 5-megapixel camera with an LED flash and the so-called hyperskin texture. What this finish does is to provide for some decent grip, as well as we can say that it feels nice to the touch, although it's nothing special really. As a whole, our biggest gripe with the design of the Samsung Galaxy Nexus is its all-plastic build. Unfortunately, the handset doesn't feature any premium materials used, like for example the Motorola Droid Razr, and it's all made of this, it's not cheap feeling plastic, but it's not nothing special either. Moreover, the handset has this neutral design. Yes, it has a completely clean front side, and it has this slight curve here on the whole body of the handset, but still this isn't really enough. It doesn't make much of a difference compared to a completely flat handset, for example. But of course this doesn't mean that the Galaxy Nexus looks bad. Quite the opposite. It's a pretty decent handset from a design standpoint, but being a Nexus device, we actually expected just a little bit more in the appearance department. The Samsung Galaxy Nexus runs the Android Ice Cream Sandwich software, which is basically created on top of Honeycomb rather than on Gingerbread. This is why Android phone users will find a ton of new stuff with Ice Cream Sandwich, mostly found in the form of a complete redesign. However, many characteristic Android features remain the same, like for example, again you have multiple home screen pages on which you can place various widgets, app shortcuts, and so on, and you can also create folders in exactly the same way as how you do it in iOS. You just tap and move an icon and place it over another one. Unlike in previous Android versions, the main menu is now divided into multiple pages instead of being a vertical scrolling list. In addition, there is also this Widgets tab, which naturally holds all of your widgets. All of the core applications in Ice Cream Sandwich have been redesigned completely. For example, here is the People app. This is your list of contacts, and when you open another one you have this big picture on top of it, so the interface is now much more visual. And there goes the messaging app. Obviously Google has tried to create a more simplified environment for its users, with less options being together on the screen at the same time, and just presenting the user with what is important right now at the current moment. And here is the on-screen QWERTY keyboard, which looks pretty comfortable, but we can't be sure about this because our prototype actually doesn't function very well, so it wasn't too accurate, and we wouldn't want to draw any conclusions based on such an early build of Android being installed on our prototype Galaxy Nexus. So once we get a final retail unit, we will be able to test the keyboard and everything else and give you a relevant conclusion. On our prototype we couldn't get Flash Player to work within the browser, but we do like this awesome smoothness that is present when scrolling on even more complex web pages like ours, and you can of course do pinch to zoom in order to get closer to what you want to read, for example. This is the place where we should mention that the great resolution of a handset like the Samsung Galaxy Nexus really pays off, because you can easily read smaller text even when you have not zoomed in too much. The camera interface has also been greatly simplified, and this is how it looks like. For example, you have this digital zoom bar here, which works quite well, and here are your settings that you can tweak. Of course, you can shoot with a maximum resolution of 5 megapixels with the Galaxy Nexus. All in all, we do believe that the Samsung Galaxy Nexus will turn out to be a very strong offering from Samsung's camp when it comes out in November. However, we should remember that this is also the time when the Motorola Droid Razr will set its foot on the stage, and we all know that it matches the Nexus with its spec sheet, and it also comes with this more considered design featuring premium materials, unlike the Galaxy Nexus. However, for those of you who still enjoy the design of the Galaxy Nexus, we do believe that there is a lot to love in this handset, really. First of all, we expect it to be very fast, of course, with its 1.2 dual-core processor, and it also has an incredible screen, 4.65 inches, HD Super AMOLED. That's really an impressive resolution, delivering a great pixel density, and most importantly, of course, it comes directly with Ice Cream Sandwich, which is the next generation of the Android platform, bringing many new features for users and developers alike. For more details on the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, you can always check us out at phonearena.com.